Peace. If you tuned into me, you know you watching Gully TV. I just wanted to get on here real briefly and send my heartfelt condolences to the family of legendary DJ Clark Kent. And I want to share a little story about my exchange with Clark Kent. Many years ago, it's probably been like 10 years now. Yeah, probably like 10 years by now. I met Clark Kent. Well, I had an exchange with Clark Kent at the legendary Revolt convention in Miami at Fountain Blue. And the Revolt convention was a dope-ass hip-hop convention that was hosted by none other than Sean Diddy Combs. It was incredible. All of the rappers was there that meant something. Just all of the hip-hop personalities that meant something. Like, you'll be walking around and you'll see somebody like, yo, I know him from somewhere. You know what I mean? It'd be fucking Andre Harrell. It'd be Harv Pierre. Like, everybody was down there and shit. So, yeah, Revolt is something that's going to be really, really missed. It was like the Jack the Rapper convention where they had people speaking and you went to classes and shit about marketing, and just a wonderful experience. But I used to be down there at all the Revolt conventions with my cameras doing my thing. And I ran into Clark Kent in front of Fountain Blue. You could just hang around Fountain Blue on the steps, and you would catch people coming into the convention, you know, booking into the hotel and going into Club Live, which is in the lobby of Fountain Blue. And I would be posted up out there all night because I stayed next door at Eaton Rock. And I caught DJ Clark Kent getting out of his taxi cab coming into the Fountain Blue. He got his bags on his shoulders, luggage and shit. He just probably coming from the airport. I got a camera around my neck. I got another one on my shoulder with a tripod, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing my thing. I caught him getting out of his car and I said, yo, I said, you DJ Clark Kent, right? He said, yeah. I said, can I get a picture? He said, sure. So I turned my camera up like this and tried to get a selfie with him because my hands was full. And he was like, nah, man, we ain't taking no selfie. I'm from New York. You know what I'm saying? So he stopped one of the workers from Fountain Blue, had him take the picture of us. And he even gave the person that took the picture a tip, which I thought was dope. And he said, yo, man, he said, how did you know who I was and shit? And I pointed at his shoes. I'm like, your kicks. And for those who don't know, Clark Kent was an avid sneaker collector. He had something with Air Force Ones. Like, he was a big collector of Air Force Ones and shit. Like, whenever you see him, he would have on a pair of ones. And I believe he probably designed a pair of Air Force Ones or was endorsed by Air Force One. He had something going on with Air Force Ones. But I pointed out his sneakers and shit. I'm like, you got the ones on. I knew he was. So, you know what I mean? He laughed and shit. And I was telling him, I'm like, yo, I get busy too. And he looked down at my shoes and I had these on. That's when these was new. They old now. These is Lacoste Sportif and shit. But I had these joints on. And he was like, wow. He like, man, where you get them joints from? And I told him, you know, I Google search. You know what I'm saying? That's my thing and shit. And we sat there and he chatted with me for a minute. You know what I'm saying? We talked about hip hop. And he was a very, very cool dude, man. Very, very down to earth. Like I said, we took pictures and shit. And for the rest of the weekend, I should have interviewed him. But for the rest of the weekend, whenever we seen each other in passing, he was like, Gully, I see you still out here working, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep on the ass, man. Something gonna happen for you. And that was my exchange with the great DJ Clark Kent, a legendary DJ from New York City who put in a lot of work, you know what I'm saying, for hip-hop, for underground hip-hop artists. And I just wanted to give him a shout out, man. He passed away today and he will be missed. So rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent from the Dribble. Peace.